Elonias, have you ever thought deeply about it enough to realize that hard work is for losers? And I'm not saying this so that I can sound like a member of the Church of Satan. I am saying this with a complete conviction that hard work is not the goal. We are not meant to be hardworking. In fact, if you follow the story of creation or the story of the Bible, it doesn't seem like the God's design for earth and human being at large. We are meant to occupy, dominate, and multiply. That doesn't sound like an hardworking mission. Okay, before I start sounding like this guy that is saying these things for the clouds and the traction and the attention and the emotion that I can generate out of you, let me be logical and be sound in my thinking. What do I mean by hard work is for losers? I mean, hard work in itself doesn't sound fancy like these social media gurus and motivational experts want us to believe. It doesn't look like this thing that you should commit your life to. And the reason why I believe so is this: a judge will sentence an hardened criminal to 26 years in prison with hard labor, hard work. Is it not the same thing? So why will hard labor be a punishment in a court of law? And if you believe in the story of the Bible and the fall of Adam and Eve, if I'm right, I don't know. If I'm not, you can correct me. God said Adam should get out of the garden, and from now on, he will till the ground and he will produce fruit out of hard labor. If I'm correct, if the court pronounces people's judgment with hard labor and God himself casts hard labor on Adam, is it not alright for us to conclude that hard labor is a curse? Hard labor or hard work is a sort of punishment, not necessarily a reward. So all this motivation we have been doing this for this while, all these books we have been writing, I'm telling you about grinding and hustle. Are we not telling you to stay cursed? Is that not what it's sounding like to me? I don't know whether it's sounding like that to you, but that's not evidential enough, is it? Let me take it to something more practical. So some of you that are claiming you are hardworking and you love hard work, what you end up doing is being a wage slave to an employer that paying you a certain amount of money for your time so that you can have that money in order to relax. So you believe you are suffering so that you can enjoy. So the goal actually is for you to enjoy. So why can't we just have enjoyment all throughout our life? I don't think it's that easy, because things fall apart so easily and someone have to put them together, I believe. Well, I will agree with you. There's a need for work, but I don't think it has to be hard, because by hardship is not easy. It's not ease. In fact, hardship is the opposite of ease. So what am I suggesting? That you should be lazy and expect resources to flow to your doorstep. It's not my goal. That's not even what is on my mind. And I'm not saying all of this because I'm crystal clear on what you should do, or because I am a super demigod that will come up with wisdom that are not found anywhere in this world. I think my core argument is this: everything you do should point to leverage. Everything you do should be that you do it so that you don't end up doing it again. Like, everything you do should be towards progress. So by leverage, I mean you do something with the minimal possible effort so that you can get a huge result, a very big value, a compounding effect out of it. Is that not the nature of life? If we truly think about it, you plant a seed of corn and you come out with this maize, this branch of maize, or you plant a piece of a yam and it snowballs and grows into this complete heavy big yam. This is the nature of life. Essentially, you put a little bit of something somewhere, it's compounded and give you a huge return. But why is nobody teaching this? Why is nobody talking about leverage? Why is nobody talking about compound effect and compound return? Why are we all talking about this hard-working fellow somewhere? You want a hard-working wife or husband. Is that not the case? Why don't you think in terms of you want a leverage producing, leverage compounding wife? Someone that puts a little bit of sauce somewhere and produce a big result. Because to me, I see this hard-working thing as if you have diarrhea. Because the reason why we enter the toilet is actually for us to shit once and not shit for the next 8 hours or a whole day. Or for some of you that eat bread a lot, 3 days. And you believe you should be hardworking. So by hardworking, you mean you want to be having diarrhea or you want to be shitting every hour. That's what it looks like to me. I can't find a better analogy. Because we shit now, and shitting is not a glorious thing. Of course, you go to the toilet so that you release all those things and all those wastes out of your body, so you can have several hours to yourself of not going to the toilet. That should be the same thing when you think about hard work. You shit now so that you can free up hours, or being among people, or being able to focus on the things that really matter. I think connecting with people, sharing our story, being a part of life, experiencing life, enjoying the full club of the existence, right? Multiplying, dominating, those should be our core agenda. Those should be what we pursue. But who sold us into this hardworking meat? Even now, I'm more confused than I'm convinced. Because still don't get it. Who said we should be hardworking? Have you asked yourself before, am I hardworking for being hardworking? Or I'm actually doing the thing that I enjoy doing? If you are part of the first camp, you need to start rethinking your life. Because I've never seen any successful, super successful, highly, ultra rich person that does it being hardworking. They either leverage people, they leverage code like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk of this world, or they do it with capital like Carl Icahn, Ray Dalio, or Warren Buffett of this world. You see, if you cannot get people to be part of your mission, you can't get people to work for you and work for your business and give you that push that you need in order to have all the advantage in life. And you cannot get code to build the software that will make you all the money and give you the time to do charity and foundations, and you don't have the capital. I think what is left is media. Your ability to share what you believe, communicate, and reach tons of people, then place some form of advertisement in between so that you can make money even while you sleep. Those are the 4 leverages I know. And maybe when I find more, I will come here to share it with you. But basically, you need to think in time of these 4 leverages for now. You need to double down on them and stop believing in your strength, because you will fall sick. And if you are like me, last year in September, I was in police custody. I couldn't make this podcast, but I survived the police custody. I was even paying salary. I have this money in my bank account and I could able to afford buying food for myself in custody, because I'm running a business that's running a code, right? And I have people that works for me. That's people level. And I have capital that runs all this infrastructure, right? And maybe because I run hard and people already know me with my shouting and 4 things, I was able to push through those errors with those 4 levels. Maybe you are going to need the 4, and maybe you are going to have 10% of these 4 leverage points. Whatever it is for you, I don't think hard work is part of the formula. And I don't think it's what you want to focus on either. So what is your next step? What is it I don't want you to fuck up? You see, I don't want you to listen to this episode and still go back into the world being hardworking. I don't want you to continue to repeat this mistake of believing that your strength, your agility is going to last forever. You are going to age. You see, it's going to make sense if you are not going to age, or your strength is not going to wane, or your strength is going to continue to improve. Then being hardworking will directly correlate with increased earning. But that is not the case. If you agree with me, your strength is going to depreciate at a quantum level, and you need something that is going to last you over this long haul. So if you don't focus on things that are not your strength, your agility, your ability to do and lift and do heavy work, you are heading towards a catastrophe. And I won't advise that for my enemy. I want us to have a long fight. So if you are my enemy, please focus on leverage. And I believe you are not. You are listening to this or watching this on YouTube because you want to learn from me. So I am saying this not because I have agenda. I believe every preacher, of course, every philosophy you have on the internet has an agenda. This is not one of it. I am putting my best foot out. Focus on leverage. Find the things that will compound over time so that they can feed you and cater for you and be there for you in your old age. So that we don't go through this argument of whether you need your kid to be there for you in your old age. You don't. You know you don't. Just think about it. You don't. So if you focus on leverage, you will be the good man the Bible is talking about. Because the good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. What you are doing right now, this your ability and your agility. Can you leave it for your children's children? It's not possible. So you get to become a good man by focusing on leverage, your ability to produce wealth even when you are not there. Elonia, don't fuck this up. Find your leverage points. Find the things you can invest your youthfulness into. Don't trade your youthfulness for cash. It will not last you. Don't trade your strength for cash. Don't trade this wit and wisdom and insight and foresight and whatever you have right now for cash. Do it for leverage. Do it for the thing that is going to compound. Because if it doesn't compound, it will not last you a lifetime. Not to talk of being available for your children's children. I hope I have done the job. I've been able to deliver value to your doorstep. I hope you are learning something from all these random ideas that are not properly structured. I hope you are picking some word and nugget of wisdom. I hope you are prioritizing wisdom like myself, and you are agreeing with the Bible that is a principal thing. Because if you don't, I see you fucking this up. It's not just lonely at the top, there is sapa at the bottom, and you are not going to like it. So my friend, don't fuck this up.